Hey folks, welcome back to another review with yours truly, Sam Healey, right here on the Dice Tower. Today we're going to be taking a look at an expansion of a game that my family has really come to enjoy a lot, and that is Coffee Rush, specifically the Piece of Cake expansion. Now, I've already reviewed the base game right here on the Dice Tower. You can go back and check that out using a link in the description below. So I'm not going to talk about any of the actual mechanisms or how to play. I'll briefly mention them probably, but we're going to focus mainly upon what comes in this box, how it changes or enriches or enhances the game of Coffee Rush, and then we'll talk about my pros and cons at the end. So let's get to it. All right, so here is everything that comes in the expansion box Piece of Cake for Coffee Rush. You're first of all going to be automatically drawn to these beautiful cake pieces that come in the game. They are an eye catcher to be exact and to really state the obvious. You're also going to get a couple of new decks of cards. You're going to get some more orders that are going to go into your base game. And then you're also going to get a deck of cake cards, which are going to be different things that you'll be able to play during the course of your turn to enhance your turn, to do some things that you're maybe not normally able to do during your turn as you gather ingredients and prepare those orders and so forth and so on. But you're going to get a nice fat deck of those cards as well. You're also going to get a new green and yellow meeple, which means that you're going to be able to pick any color to play in a two-player game. And then you're also going to get some of these new upgrade tokens. So these upgrade tokens, if you're familiar with the original game, these are going to start on this side on your board, and then as you go throughout the game, you can use completed orders, 2 of them, to unlock these different abilities or upgrades for your baristas. So this one basically says if you have this upgraded, if you finish 0 or 1 orders on your turn, you're able to draw one of these new cake cards. This one basically says that while you're picking up ingredients during your turn, wherever you stop moving, you're able to get 2 ingredients from that cell. And then this one is a new one that really kind of ups the game a little bit. This is storage space. So you can carry over 2 ingredients from one turn to another without having to put them into one of your coffee cups. And then you also get new player boards, but these are double-sided. Just like in the base game, you have one side that has 4 places for upgrade tiles, but you also have another side that has 5 places for upgrade tiles. Now, another kind of variant that is instituted by this, because you have more than just 4 upgrades, which is what you had in the original game, you now have the ability to pick random setups of what upgrades you're going to use. So the person who's the first player is going to choose 5 upgrades, or 4 if you're using the 4 side of the board, and everybody else basically has to match that. But there are variants where everybody can choose their own upgrades and see who does better there. Now, the reason that these order cards have a different back than the original order cards is that because when you're having to take new orders, when one of your compatriots has completed orders, whenever you take a card and add it to your tab, if their next card is a new piece of cake order, then you're going to be able to take one of these cakes and put them on top of the card. Whenever you complete this order, you're also going to complete this cake order, which allows you to draw a new cake card, and you have a maximum of 3 cake cards at a time. Another slight variant, because of the number of cards that are added to the order deck, there are going to be a number of cards that are removed from the original deck, depending upon how many players are actually in the game. So a little bit of a closer look at the cake cards. You have a number of different things that they can do. For example, this one says no rush, discard 1 rush token and take 2 cake cards. So that gives you a little bit of another use basically for those rush tokens. You have this one where it says, during this turn you can take double ingredients from coffee bean cells. So that's pretty cool. This one just gives you one caramel straight up. This one says, during this turn, take double ingredients from the 4 corner cells. So again, it mimics some of the different upgrades, but these are all one-time uses. Once you've used it once, you get rid of it. And again, like I said earlier, you can only have a maximum of 3 at a time. This one just gives you one milk ingredient straight up. And you can play these at any point during your turn, but it has to be done before you start fulfilling some of those orders. So there's really a lot of neat things that you can do with these cake cards. So that's about everything that comes in the expansion. Let's get to my pros and cons. Now, my first pro of the game is going to be absolutely and unequivocally the bling. My goodness, these little cakes are so aesthetically pleasing. I can't verbally quantify how neat it is to have components like this for this kind of game. It's already a game that was visually striking. It garnered your attention whenever it's set up on the table, and this, they just kind of doubled down on that, and I love it because a lot of people are kind of trying to start, it seems like at least, they're starting to shy away from aesthetics and focus on mechanisms. I get it. There's nothing wrong with that. But for me, an aesthetic gamer, this was something that I want expansions to do. Make me like your game even more than I already do. And just aesthetically speaking, this expansion did exactly that. My second pro is going to be more mechanically driven, and I do enjoy mechanics, don't get me wrong, but I'm huge on aesthetics. A couple of things here. First of all, when I was unboxing the game, I was deflated a little bit. Why are the order cards, the new order cards, why are they having a different back? I hadn't read the rules yet. I didn't know why. But I love how they've worked into the base game and what you're already doing in the base game, this new little mechanism of putting out these cakes on all of these different order cards. This person's not just ordered a large ice macchiato, they also want some strawberry shortcake to go along with it. And so when you fill that order, you're going to be able to get more playing power with those cake cards. Now, with the cake cards, it has made it a little bit more easy, if I can put it that way, to traverse that ingredient grid, which is really kind of the crux of the game. So putting these cards in there, making it easier for you to get certain kinds of ingredients from time to time, making it easier for you to navigate that board and get to those ingredients that are sometimes harder to get to. I think that makes the game a little bit more fun and more rewarding in the long shot, because you're not always going to have those cake cards. So using that cake card at just the right time to really have a big turn, that's very satisfying. Additionally, as we're talking about new mechanisms and all that kind of stuff, the barista upgrade tiles are fantastic. I love having the 2 storage. I love getting extra ingredients from the place that you stop on, and I love giving the players an ability to get more cake cards if you want to choose to do that upgrade. I'm not saying that they are, that's the be-all, end-all, but I do like all 3 of those choices, and I think they're just great. So mechanically speaking, this did exactly what I want an expansion to do. I want it to give me more, or the ability to do more of what I know I already enjoy. These tiles here, these player boards, the fact that you can use them with 4 or 5, I do like that. However, I would have been okay with it just being, having 5 upgrades, because frankly, I don't know why I would spend the time to do anything other than 5 upgrades. But I get it. Maybe you're teaching somebody new. You don't want to overwhelm them or something to that effect. Having that 4 side is needful, and I like it. Now, going back to the table for my last pro, Everything fits in the box. Now, the reason I want to highlight this is because it doesn't look like it's going to. So as you can see, base game rulebook, expansion rulebook. Here's the ingredient grid for the board. Here are the new boards that have the expansions, 4 on one side, 5 on the other. And then you have the base game components, which super cool, love them. And then right underneath that, I have the new cakes for everything in these 2 bins, covered up by these 2 right here. All of the cards fit right over here. Here are the new order cards. Here are the new cake cards. And then underneath those are the original base game order cards. So all of those fit in there properly. Here are all the coffee cups. And then if you just lift this insert, all of the other materials can fit right underneath the insert for the base game, and everything fits just perfectly within this box, and that is a pro for me. I love it when I can easily, neatly, and efficiently fit everything back into the base game. Voila, love it. Now, I did also have one con for the game. If you have someone in your group that suffers from wanting to min-max and analysis paralysis, this is going to extensively prolong your game experience with Coffee Rush. With that ingredient grid out there, min-maxing what it would be the best thing for you to do with all of the orders that you have accruing on your player area, it can really be overwhelming to some people. Analysis paralysis just kicks in, and there's nothing really that you or the game can do against it. Whatever. But I'm just saying that with we have experienced that happening with this game, so I wanted to mention it here. Now, my rating of the expansion by itself. The expansion by itself is going to be a 10 out of 10. This is a perfect expansion in my estimation. It delivers overwhelmingly so on the aesthetic side of things, but it also provides more interesting mechanisms that make the game more fun to play. That's exactly what expansions should do, in my opinion. So this is, and I rarely do this, but this is a perfect expansion. It did everything that I wanted it to do, and then a little bit more. Now, I originally rated Coffee Rush an 8 out of 10. This upped that to a 9. Absolutely. This is one of my favorite games. It's one of my family's favorite games, and we supremely enjoy playing this game, and we love sharing it with other people. If you love Coffee Rush, you need to go get this one, and you're going to love it even more. Thanks for joining me. We certainly appreciate your time and effort being here. We'll see you guys and gals on the flip side. Take care.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you like this review or whatever you just watched, wasn't it amazing? Check out our channel, Dice Tower. We have all kinds of things. We review games, we do top 10s, we play games live. It's all about board games, but especially the people who play them. Check out Dice Tower YouTube channel.